Okay, trying to solve for uh, t, get t by itself with this equation. So because t squared and t are both added together, you have to use the quadratic equation to isolate the t. And using the base kind of identifier that um, ax squared plus bx plus c. If you have that kind of format, you can use this quadratic equation to solve for the x. So that's what we're going to do. And step one is to set the equation equal to 0. And to set this equation here to 0, I need to subtract d from both sides. So minus d cancels on this side, and it becomes 0 equals vi2 plus 1/2 a2 squared minus d. So this almost matches this equation exactly, except for the formatting. So we can just rearrange this so that it looks more like this would be x squared, the x, and then the no x there equals 0. So I'll just rewrite that. So this is going to be 1/2 a2 squared plus vi2 minus d equals 0. So what I did was I took the one that is the variable that's matched with the t squared, or the x squared here, is going to be this here, and that's plus 1/2 a2 squared. And then the bx matches this here, where the t is similar to the x, and that's plus bi2. And then the c here is going to be the minus d. So next step two really is to identify the variables. So you're going to identify the variables a, b, c, and x. I basically did that a few minutes ago, but that is going to set you on a path for being able to solve this. So the ax squared, when we rearrange this here, the t's are x's, so I can write that down right now. Okay. And the a is the thing that goes with the x squared. So the thing that is the t squared is 1/2 a. So this here is our a, 1/2 a. Try not to get the a's confused. This a is part of the quadratic formula. This a here in the kinematic equation stands for acceleration. So despite the fact that they're both a's, they mean different things. The next step for B, identifying what the B is. So B is just the X, so the T is our X, and the thing that's with that is the VI, the initial velocity. So B is equal to VI. And then the last is the C. And what is the C? The C here is this expression, the negative D. So negative D. So now that you've identified all of your variables, you can substitute A, B, C, and X into this equation here. And I left this off here, but it was X. So substitution wise, we're just going to say instead of negative B, I'm going to write negative, and my B is VI, so negative VI, and then plus or minus the square root. So plus or minus the square root of b squared, and our b is vi. So I need to square the vi, has to be squared. Make sure it's a superscript and not a subscript. And the next thing in the quadratic equation is minus 4. There's nothing to substitute there. Then the a, instead of the a, substitute the 1/2 a. So minus 4 times, because 4AC means 4 times A times C. So 4 times 1/2 A times C, and my C is the negative D. And that all gets divided by 2 times my A. And remember that A is 1/2 A. So 2 times 1/2 A. At this point, we've got everything substituted properly, and we can just simplify and reduce. So looking at this, I can't do anything with this right now. I can't do anything with the VI squared under the square root, so that just stays. This -4 will either stay a negative or become a positive depending on what follows, because this is a -4 times a positive 1/2. Negative times positive is negative, times negative D. So a negative times a positive is a negative, times a negative is going to be a positive. So this is going to change here to positive, and then a 4 times a 1/2, you can reduce that. So 4/2 becomes 2. So you can rewrite this as negative VI plus or minus the square root of VI squared. And so that's plus 2, and then A times D. So that's what's left there. Then on the bottom half of this equation, the 2 times the 1/2, these cancel out, and you're left with 1A, and you don't have to write the 1, so it becomes A. So in this case, T would equal negative VI plus or minus the square root of VI squared plus 2AD all over A. And that's how you do that one.